Welcome to the mind of Rabbi Donald Maher, Yisrael ben Yosef. Here we are looking at A1c. What is A1c and how do you control what you don't understand? Take a look here in the upper right hand corner. You see concept of moonshine. I want to bring it in a little closer. So what we usually do is take a food matter. Okay, like say, I don't know, corn, apples, strawberries, peaches, whatever. Something that can break down into starches, which produces sugar, which we're going to make alcohol out of. Okay, and so then you add water and sugar and yeast, which is a formidable thing we need to talk about. Yeast is very critical. Everyone has yeast. We need to control it. If it's not controlled, what's going on then is you've got the sour mash. It's going to produce, as the yeast eats up the sugar, it basically farts. And the farts are collected, and that's called alcohol methane gas. Now, we're going to take that stuff after it gets all nasty and sour, and then we're going to heat it up. And as we heat it up, it speeds up the molecular process and the metabolism of the yeast, which is a fungi, a parasite. It's eating up all the sugars. It's farting like crazy. It creates all these gases. Those gases, in the form of a vapor, are then collected in a pipe, which then goes down through a cooling tube like kind of a large intestine. So you see how I've written in there, like this would be your stomach. And we got the small intestines where it's all heated up. There's a fire in your belly, in your bosom. And then it cools off in the large intestines where it then is going to be excreted from the body. And this is why diabetics are peeing basically sugar out of their body. It's a high sugar content. It's going to stick to the toilet seat. Now let's take that concept of moonshine now. We're going to move over here. Same concept now with the stomach. Corn, food matter, sugar, yeast, any form of liquids. We're going to go down here. We're going to take some hamburgers and coffee and cigarettes or whatever, right? Put that in the stomach. And then it's going to essentially break down with all of the acids that you put in there, creating a slurry in your small intestines, which is the hottest and most dangerous part in the body, in essence. Then, with all of the acids from the pancreas, the gallbladder, and the appendix, if you have all three, that acidic fecal sludge or mud, this residue from the food matters that you ate, is then going to start percolating, and it's going to begin to move up the ascending colon, then, of course, the transverse colon, and down into the descending colon, where again it's going to be excreted. Now, if you're not fermenting your food, then you won't have an A1c because you do not have an abundance of alcohol methane gas. Make sense? Shalom.